Well, hi there. I'm Larry Mudd. I'm the pastor here at Oakhaven Church in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We meet here in this wonderful barn. And I'm coming to you now because just 2 days ago, we completed a series of 10 lessons on the Scriptures. It was spread out over months because of Christmas and other things. But we started at the beginning and worked our way through the whole thing. And in large brush strokes, tried to take in the story of the greatest story ever told, as they say. And this past Sunday, I likened our process to somewhat watching the origin stories, the movies of the Marvel characters, the superheroes that become the Avengers, that one by one you learn their stories and focus on that episode, if you would, but the whole time a much larger story is unfolding that doesn't quite become clear until later on, until we get to, well, I can say end game without giving things away. And our study of Scripture is somewhat the same. A lot of times we focus very specifically on specific passages or books, and that's important because that is part of telling the story. But it's important also to keep in mind that there is an arc of a story with a C, although there's an arc with a K early in the story, isn't there? And so I wanted to make it easier for you if you're having trouble sleeping at night, or you're just a glutton for punishment, or you're investigating the Bible but don't want to invest reading the whole thing because that takes a long time. I recommend it, but if you're just getting your feet wet and trying things out and, like I said, investigating, then going through these lessons might be a good way for you to have an introduction to the Bible. And so in the description area on YouTube, under this, there's a link to each of the lessons. Like I said, there are 10 in total that go through the different sections of Scripture and unpack them and try to apply them as best we can in the short, it may not feel like it, but in the very short period of time we spend on them. From the very beginning and the introduction of our story with God in the Garden of Eden, and the story of Abraham and his family and the Exodus and the law and the prophets and so on. So I think you'd be blessed if you walked along with us, as I said, in broad strokes. Even though it will take some time, it still will only scratch the surface, but may serve as a good introduction for you or for your friends. You might be long in the tooth and looking for something a little handy to pass on to your friends. Maybe this can be that tool. Even as I prepare this, I still recommend deeper study. I recommend the resources of BibleProject.org. I recommend reading books like Reading the Bible for All It's Worth. But in our YouTube society and these days, this may be something that wets your whistle and makes you want to look further and deeper into things. So God bless you on your journey with Him as you seek to discern where you are in the story, because I assure you, you are. You're a big part of the story, and discovering that is one of the great joys of life, and certainly one of the great joys of studying the Bible. So, God bless you on your journey, and if you live in Wisconsin or are traveling through, come see us at the barn someday. We worship every Sunday at 10:30. God bless you, my friend. And we'll see you in church or on the other side. Either way, it'll be good to chat someday. God bless.